Let's do some farming. Good morning. It's about 45 degrees right now. A little chilly, but the sun's out and it's supposed to get up in the upper 50s today, so it's gonna be nice. Yesterday we had a nice drying day. I drug the yard a little. We're gonna get feeding done here quick, and then we got some other stuff going on today. Last load of the morning. I think there's a calf that got out into the trees.
Okay.
Alright.
Come out there.
Okay. When I was driving out to the cornfield this morning, it looked like there was a cow standing by the tree line over there, and looked like there was a calf on the other side. So yesterday the same thing happened. A calf just crawled through. Not a big deal, but for some reason they can figure out how to get out, but they can't figure out how to get back in. Yeah, it seems like they don't care much about that food when they have all this rye. Might have to skip feeding them tomorrow. Calf was in. Those three are paired up, and so are these other two. But this girl doesn't know where her calf is. And I've searched up and down the trees a few times. Don't know where it is. Where's your baby? You have no idea. I think that's one of those you come back later and it's magically reappeared. So we're gonna take off. We got bales to feed at a few pastures. They're still eating bales. Well, they're on kind of lesser quality areas, you know, in them building sites, and
Well, there's not enough there for them to eat.
Yeah.
There's just a couple acres. Keep them out of the mud, on some grass. A little healthier for them, but we still got to feed them.
But the real question is, Dad, before we take off down the road, do we have enough fuel?
I just filled it,
All right.
and I put DEF in too.
All right, we're good to go. On the calf, it's in the fence line way down here.
Yeah, they disappear, and then they vaporize when you're looking.
Vaporize.
They vaporize, and then when you're not looking, then they're right there. How many times have we had that happen this year? Remember that?
There was like 2 days in a row, Dad said, hey, there's a new calf in the cornfield. And we go out there and we look and look and look. There ain't nothing out there.
And the next morning after that, I go out there at the feed wagon, and that cow and calf are standing right up by the gate like they've been there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I bet we spent an hour that one day and probably 20 minutes the day before looking for it. Because I'd seen it when we were feeding, and then it disappeared, and we went back out there to tag it, and we never saw it again for 2 days. Then it was hard to catch.
Yeah, they get fast. Brought 2 bales from home, and so home is straight west, and then now we're gonna head straight south, and we're gonna feed 2 bales at our south farm, and then we're gonna bring 2 back from our south farm, and that'll finish up feeding these 2 groups of cattle.
The youngins are congregating. There's snow on the road ditch yet. They say we're in South Dakota, but we're pretty far north, huh?
Hey, Dad. I put put deodorant on today for the first time in like 3 weeks. It's the weekend, so I thought I'd do something special, I guess. So yesterday we came out here and we decided we were gonna, well, we were fixing fence and we wanted to push these cows out so they could go eat grass in the trees and just have more area, be healthier for the calves. Well, the majority of the cows left, but practically all the calves are still here. And they're all bawling. And so we're gonna try to push them out and hopefully they'll get reconnected with their mothers.
He's bawling. He's saying, "Ma, meatloaf."
He might be. You walk into the corner of the pen. Oh, you're gonna go the wrong way. You son of a gun.
That sucked. That was about as unpleasant as a thumb drag at a wrestling match.
If you watched the video when we first put these bale feeders here, I said they were gonna push so hard on this fence they're gonna break it down. Well, they did there, and down there it's really bad. Bit of a roadblock here. We have one more pasture to bring bales to, stopping at home to grab a couple. And while Dad is loading up the loader, that's saying loader a lot. And while Dad's putting bales in the loader, I'll make sure there's nothing calving outside. And before we left, Dad put one inside because it was looking like it was about to calve, so we'll check on her. And it's a girl. Oh, that was a bad idea. 95 heifer. That's gross. All those pastures we went to today, they're pretty much full. And so what we've been doing is taking the newborns and their moms, and we've been putting them out in the rye as they've been coming in. Pretty nice, healthy area for them to be in.
Oh, come on.
Boneless chicken.
Yep. Come on.
Holy cow.
Just woke up from a long winter's nap. I'm being replaced.
So now I guess I'm working for Mom a little bit today. Got a little project. Every year in the spring, we thatch the lawn. Just this little thing with tines in it. Kind of tears up this mat right here. When we mow, we don't have a bagger and we just shoot it back on the lawn. And so it kind of mats down and it makes it so some of that grass doesn't come up. So that's why we thatch once every spring, just kind of hoping it helps our stand a little bit and just have a nice thicker, fuller lawn. It's like being in the field. Can seed about an acre a day with that thing. What do you think about this bull right here? Someone pooed on him. It's kind of unfortunate.
I don't think I would like that very much.
No, I don't think I would like a poo on me either.
Nope.
He doesn't have very good friends.
He doesn't seem to care though.
No, he probably doesn't give a crap at all. Crap. Looks like Dad and I are gonna fix some fence. So I'm gonna check and see if anything's calving quick. And then we'll head to a couple pastures. It's a girl. I got a weak stomach today.
This is the best way to fix fence.
old would you say this fence is?
Older than me.
So it's doing pretty good then.
Better than me.
So it enters here, but it doesn't seem to come out anywhere. We gotta drill a hole.
We're gonna cut it and we're gonna go around that way.
I think it wants us to drill a hole. Two 20-foot culverts, and the other day we picked up this beauty, and so we might end up putting these in. The buried cable down there is pretty close together, and so we're just kind of nervous about hitting them. But they're marked, and we're just gonna follow the rules, and if something bad happens, it shouldn't be our fault. We wanted the culvert, of course, to be in the middle, but there's a buried cable there, buried cable there,
Buried cable there.
and one over there.
Right through the middle of the driveway. Isn't that nice of them that they went? I bet it was really convenient for them.
And so we've been told basically, even though the lines are here, we have to stay 3 foot away of the line, 3 foot away from the line.
Or if we don't and we hit it, we're liable if we're within 3 feet.
Yeah, so.
There's 3 feet.
And I guess, say we put our bucket in the middle, we're still gonna get in trouble. So we gotta make sure we just don't even dig at all within that 3 feet.
Can you mark it? I'm tired of bending over.
Okay.
You ever heard of Green Acres?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about a dog, right?
No. That's Lassie.
Oh. Well, boys and girls,
Children of all ages
we did some cattle stuff, some fence fixing, some feeding,
and some things.
and some stuff. And we're gonna turn in, as they say.
Cheers, Cole.
Well, thanks for hanging with us today. See you next time. Ma, where's the meatloaf?
How's it look?
Pretty good.